within short time, 30 to 40 minutes, the maximum time. We are already at 11:45. Our goal is 12:15 or maybe a few minutes here and there is fine, but 12:15 close kar dana is set. So within half an hour, I can achieve karta Muslim saying and because your cooperation. Next slide.
Okay. So our culture, I know, our Saurashtra culture, I know, very distinct, unique culture, I know, Saurashtra, Gujarat, and Budaya, Nasti Kalai, the moms cook somebody, our ancestors, move here. So, Telamam, I know, it came move at 11th century, we are on the move, right? Centuries ago, the South India, I know, settled here. But elamam kai important manasi tunga ella boranatha varbarane but important kai manasi cultural resiliency chokkod maintain ketri avura culture ani ke ove sikiras but tela so Bengali Telugu Marathi indri was sikil ras okay but then chokkod is sikili but we are maintaining as our own culture. The main thing is language. Spoken languages, but we are maintaining that one. So, Tella one days I know Tella I know Chokot Keles. So, I just wanted to point out that resiliency and adaptability. Okay. Huljadu I know, Huljadu only British era I know, Kaika Rasi. British era I know, there were other influences, right? So, till modern era mo Jukye change area. Then Tavala I know, urban cities I know move area. Even then, we maintained our culture identity. At the 90s, I know, our time, I know, IT period, USA, world full gun, I know, I'm Jari, I know, we have been maintaining our resiliency, right? So, at the age, I know, we have more option, more access to digital. Our whole connecting but till late time, I know distraction only said that, social life distraction only said that. So till haldi, Rabwanu at the careful country, right? So tell us Sangilino, our marriage, our marriage tradition, but the
So Tauradam, Miss Yasna, the fraud in Herman Kiriasnadi. Forward Chalatak Mundadi, forward well, forward Hulchadu. It's a long journey. It's not a one-off affair. There's a lot of activities happening before, during, and after. Aski daga on the meaning set. Telakalamuli Motan on the meaning side, Telakerasi. Primary kind of forward it's not a joining of two minds, it's a joining of two families and two extended families. So Tela on a major principle. So Tella Keradal Kai for our community, our handheld Kelligan, it will help us grow organically. So Tella fundamental theme Lamam. Multiple other topics, but there is a time shortage. But Munnu Horanthon or Kayamanadi, the Kudumum Cheravi, the Munnu Cheratal, the Kudumum, the community, the villages, Manantalakalam, the two villages are coming together and Telamari in Melunala. Next. So, LIV so far Sani chal rahi hai, but after tumi Kayam Siyasna, Gangadharan Sankhya Madri, we have grown all over the world. Jugudar Jade Rasi. Positive and Siyasna, we are able to connect. So, digital Pro available. So, connections are chokot for Irasi. But on the Siyasna, Telahal, our situation Kai for us, our community is also spreading out outside our community. So, Telavi, what kind of impact is going to have? So, Vatagaran topic is less primary key objective. So, Lamam open discussion Karatachi, I led audio. But I mean, 1 or 2 points, I have feedback CS within our younger generation. There are some myths. So, the myth is quick and bust, but we can still discuss. One time, Saurashtra, we are a small community. So, Kongo Sekai, Mogo cousin mal avaras, brother sister mal avaras, Tani Mella Rasi. It's a myth. So, tell us first Kalalua. Avradam Sangyasana, Gher now, Gotram Tilapara, but as long as you don't have the same Gher now, you are not, they are not your cousins. Around a fundamental, just on a thumb rule, I don't know why.
Maybe on a t-shirt, we are all not cousins.
Sticker. So key question. So the trend continue face nadi 10, 15, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years from now, Saurashtra community manata, what will happen to our community? So that is the question to be answered. So just wear that hat. I mean, Saurashtra community said that what happens 25 years, 50 years, 75, 100 years down the line, our community kaifoi. So tell us our topic for discussion today.
Still on the lines Sangudusmi, okay? So next to Jerwai. So let I know generation zero unda analysis, okay? Analysis is not a fact, but in the Sange Tholi I know tell a build character, okay? 1,000 families of the US in Jivarium Nehudulu, okay? Now every family, 1,000 families Saurashtrians. Yes, of course there will be some exceptions. India must tell exception for us, I say. But generation one of the Tura generation of the our Pillal, you know, you're part of Saurashtra family. But ilaha kai hoyata, I know konni no and I know of the Atta Goddi, our Pillal, I know konni no Saurashtra Pillalugu Horat Kellamari Dekani. Okay. So the whole kai horia, it is getting diluted now, right now. Okay, right now it is getting diluted. The generation 2. Says when I see through grandchildren, I know the our grandchildren, okay. Our grandchildren 50% is Saurashtra height. Kamna illa trendum so continue wise when I see 50% is I know Saurashtra and Ratham say. Correct, yeah. Tevala kai hoyi culture angun dilute hoyi. Angaino at the Hinda, Dasal, Diwali, Kararia, Tinal, and Kona Karaski, Maduram, Paramukodi Mo, Zokumokon, Kona Karaski, Telaino, and follow Kararia still. Now, till I know 50% of Americans I know Chatala, Hodan Prana, Karen Kennan. Third generation Hodisava. Tevala I know already I know 50% Saurashtra. So the intention of marrying another Saurashtrian may not be there. So Tevala go, it's going to dilute. So again, every generation is about 30 years. 30 years when it holds another 90 years, 60 to 90 years kai hoyi. Our Saurashtra culture, heritage, you will be just in the memory. No more a grandpa, I know Saurashtra, then less Sangan many, Kini Gunu Sangan Tavira, Amikoni follow Kergemari Hana. That's what I want you to imagine and see what you can do. Because you all have, I mean, escape, I know. Convention Chaltagardia Kauchi, our culture heritage, so Hadum Deta Uchis, I mean, Chaltagardia, right? Yeah. But it's a Mari Chaltagarata, I mean, like Kedur Jai Manatal me, boy, imagine 90 years of I know convention of Chalaki, me even enemy thinker of it. Okay, Mora worry, okay. Our parents, Pura, the thinker here. So Tevola Konam in Kancher, Congo Chaman, Away Chalai, maybe Chalai, but how many people will be Saurashtrians that time? That is the question. I know it is a hard question. Sorry if I'm hurting anyone, right? But that's a hard question to ask. Okay. So illa monnum tholino next I know question answer or discussion open forum jadaria. So the first I know youth we're going to give it to youths, okay, but I know first fire round of parents, okay. Then I know kai kararia manati tamam kai question manati next jado. Less question, okay. Parents question jariya, okay. Youth and answer karta besni, but parents any question kusariya. Okay, thura pillal I know our community में फ्रॉड खेलना मैंने मना दिया तो गाइन सके what are the three मेलर किधर मेलर या but I know top 3 reasons तो I know within the community फ्रॉड खेलता तो तुम्ही काय होड़ा गया तले संगो check
He wants to toss. Okay.
హాయ్ మన నావు రాగరంజని మోವೇನು ಕಾವಚಿ ಅವರ పిల్లలు ಅವರ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಹೊರಾಟಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮನದಿ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಸವಕ್ಕೆನ್ನ அடுத்து DNA ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಸವಕ್ಕೆನ್ನ ತೇ ಹೊಲ್ಚಾದದು ಅವರ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮುಳಿ ವತ್ತಗೆರಿಗಿನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಕೆನ್ನೋ ಅವರ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಸದ ಇಕ್ಕುಯ ದಟ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್.
Anyone else?
Parents, Sangho.
Hello, born now Akhila. So main reason I ಕಾವಚ್ ಮೀ ಮನೆಯತ್ತ ಸರಿ. So main ಕನ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಯಾಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಸೌರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅವರ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಒಂದು ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಹೊಡೆಯತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಮೀ ಹೊಡತ್ತ.
ನಾವು ನಂದಿನಿ ಕುಟ್ಟಿನು अगावी पिल्लना भी झुकुदन मेलरिया दूसरा कम्युनिटी में तन फ्री कन रवाई भी मेलरिया लड़ा ये पेरेंट्स हम ये अभी 25 years से था पेरेंट्स आर ओपन माइंडेड सो तुम्हें अभी और कम्युनिटी में हराट के लिए फ्री तनो लमारी के ना हम क्या रही पूरा तुम्हें के ना मनी आमी अस्की अधिक सारे हाँ we just want to have the basic qualities our Saurashtrian have. To Katan to Dasal Saturday to Khavana like Khana Tele, well we have some rules, but it's not like we expect you all do follow every single thing. So to me Tele Meli Hakiri Yella Mena Free and Lepra follow Keratan Menaria Telefiarum Hanamini Tevahim Melatari. That is one of the reasons.
Sir, come. Your time to talk. तुम्हाला आई नो जाते में youth and बातें करना आड़ू तो जाते भी उन्हें answer करवाए.
We have 20 minutes. 19 minutes.
Now Sendil Kudwa. One day of the reason I want to see the convention after 10 years to Loga, like 10 times the crowd. So Telekona to buy. So if you that's just one of the main right? Yeah.
Anyone else? Probably one more question. One more question.
One more thought, so shall we move on to the next?
Hello. Maybe 3 reasons, sir. First reason, sir, want to have like marriage it should be based on the long-term commitment throughout the life. Because Kaipana Hawaii like to move ups and downs, so economy askir Hawaii, but they need to be in that relationship throughout the life. They want a reason, and that becomes part of the core life. I mean, core belief, I will say, right? So these are the 2 reasons. One time, our belief and value systems, when you face the problems, are very unique. And we inherited this over like 1,000 years of migration. Okay, what is right, what is wrong, Manaja? So, our children within the community, the values are chokod aligned hoyi. Perhaps the community we cannot comment, but all we can say is we have learned over a period of 1,000 years of migration through different communities, linguistic, cultural, we always take the best. So Angavi Telamari, what we gain as the best is like a treasure. So Telavi our Pillanu hand over Kanno. That is why we want that our kids to be married within the community.
Me on just on a counterpoint Sanganjaria, okay? It's okay. Counterpoint Sanganjaria, okay? Our Pillala Vigino, Saurashtra Frat Kellarani, okay? Some other Indian of Frat Kellaras, okay? It happened more about at the Horat area, right? The one other way to grow Saurashtra community is you bring them into our community. We are bringing our community, okay? So, ASCII parents, they are wanting to their kids to marry Saurashtra. but reality is different, okay? Idealistic is different, okay? We as Indians are not very different at all, okay? Me Horat Kertol CAA, they may be Maharashtrian, very maybe 0.01% difference between our culture. Difference may be food, one major difference, okay? So my thing is, I am welcoming into her Saurashtra culture. The other way to grow is welcome. Then bring them into Saurashtra culture. That's another way to grow the Saurashtra culture.
Okay, we're going to view.
Now we've had a chance to let our parents speak on their opinions, right? So now we're going to direct a few questions specifically to the young adults in the audience. So our first question is...
Next slide, please. What do you think are the challenges in finding a partner from the Saurashtra community? A lot of you laugh, so go ahead.
I think one of the major challenges is Bediki Unnatata. Every parents, even though you say you want to marry someone, Bediki every time you want to get together,
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello. Bediki Unnatata. Yeah, that's really the major challenge, yeah. Yeah, that's it. One challenge,
Anyone else?
And for those of you that just came in, there's more seats.
There's more seats on this side of the room. You guys can sit down over there.
So, Amar Kai Sange Mana, Bedkin Unna Seta Manaya. I mean, Bedkin Seta, Bedkin Hanatas can he, bro, he got a lot of girls. But the problem here is, it's love marriage ni manatal, it's very hard, right? Obviously, Aski sitting Bedkin Hanan. But arranged marriage ni manatal, Bedkin said demand, so that's what I kind of seen with my friends. So, parents Zuko etc. So you all will know, right, what you need from a guy for your daughter. Coming from India to US, so the comparative circle, there's a lot of expectations from parents when it comes to arranged marriage. Don't take it offensive, it's a general on the ASC. But if that maybe the guy or the potential, see if you give your daughter or Telamari Jespuna, I believe Saurashtra marriage avi Juku Chalemunimo lovers. Thank you.
I mean, there is no offense. So, there is nothing will be taken offensive as long as it's not controversial. But from a point of view, Hanaskan share.
So a while ago, we sent a survey with all of these questions specifically to young adults. And we've consolidated the summary of what they all anonymously responded. So this is what they said: small community size, geographical dispersion, social pressure, being related to people, difficulty with aligning values and goals, etc.
Do we have any other responses to that first question, considering this input? Yeah, we have Nikita.
Hi, I'm Nikita. So, so in the United States, there's maybe like 1,000 youths there's 1,000 people at this convention, which is like with everyone, like youth, adult, like pilla, everyone, right? So maybe in this room there's like what, 200 youths, and in your kind of like age group there's like maybe 20. Think of that, like think of the demographic, like there's not a lot of options. It's kind of like, I feel like we're being forced into like meeting people our age, like the same 20 people, and it's very small. And like people from India and people from United States, like their values and like everything differs, so it is harder to connect with people from other countries. Like they do have different like goals and like everything, so that's what I feel like really matters. It's like demographic wise.
All right, next question. Is it important for you to have a partner in the Saurashtra community?
It can be yes or it can be no.
If we have an individual right there.
Our community want a partner because asa parata ana tanmari avise matagare yami vaya badal kestam. Teaching Mogatana importance that, but I think that you can still learn about the community and spread our culture because of the association mari said that. So our plan our sikwai the classes puraji. So ni ami pura abhi our culture sikli miskedi dawai. The name mari this other intercultural marriages said that the pura the culture share killing. The plan the culture abhi sikli the pura the culture practice kare. So the name mari Mary Saurashtra Becca Horakili Nimara, the name of our community Mabin may spread Kerala. So I think it's important, but it's not necessary. Anyone else?
Just like the last question, we got a poll, and these are the results.
Yeah, these are the results. How important is it for you to have a partner in the community? You can see that 50% yet said yes, and then we have our next majority says no, and then the next majority says maybe not sure. Do we have any other responses to this question?
Oh, we have Ritesh.
Honestly, I think what's more important than marrying someone Saurashtra is just marrying someone that's open to learning about your culture, whether they're Saurashtra, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil. There's someone that's saying it's more important to just welcome people into our culture and teach them about it, because like everyone was saying here, like the things that we want to pass down are our language, our food, our culture, the things that like our religious events. Why not bring those people to those things, teach them about those things, and like pass those things down to like your future generations? I think by marrying someone that's like actually receptive to that, I think it's more important than just marrying someone Saurashtra just for the fact that they're Saurashtra. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Next question, please.
Okay, next question. What role should the Saurashtra community play in helping young people connect and marry?
So the way that I see the Saurashtra community contributing to marriage in the community, it's very, very high pressure, like very, very high stakes. So, and I don't think that's conducive at all to promoting us to get to know each other. I feel like it's actually making us push apart from each other. I feel like if we just come to meet and tell our like daughters and sons that we're just here to make friends and spread the community, I feel like it'll be less stakes and less pressure.
Hi, Marna Srinidhi. I think
the Saurashtra community should play a larger role in what happens after two people get married. Atani mi horat keledi atamo kaidi hoye when a community change mora bota manjan jareya or kuchi hanan jareya. No, it's going to be me and my husband, and that husband will be someone that my parents chose with my minimal input. So I don't think that with the structure that we have right now, it's not conducive to marry within the Saurashtra culture. If we're going to put so much importance in community and convention and building our heritage and language and sharing our food, we should also play a role after marriage and with helping kids out. And then that's especially more difficult with how far spread we are. Some people are in Georgia, some people are in like Idaho or Iowa. So it's difficult. And until we have a system like that, I don't think there should be that much pressure placed on finding someone who is Saurashtra. There should be more of finding someone who's a good match for you first.
I wonder that correction, right? See, I wonder the correction. I know nobody is saying here that parents are going to find a partner for you. I don't think that was the question. Just wanted to clarify. It is to how can the community help to find? Not, I mean, in many ways they can help, right? So not that they have to go do arranged marriage. No, that is gone. Even in India, that's not happening. Okay, so that's not the question here. The question is here that how can I help you to find a Saurashtra guy or girl for kids, right? How do I make, let's say, like this kind of conventions, right? So you get to meet a lot of people, right? So you might choose, oh, this person may be a good fit for. I don't know. So that's some of the things and when you see answers, you will see that one, right? So that also came as one of the things. So those are some of the things that we are asking, not arranged marriage. Believe it, that's a possibility. If that's a possibility of that, if you need help, then parents can get in. I don't think any parents are thinking of doing parents to suggest. I don't think they're thinking of doing that one. So that's the question.
Okay, moving on to our next question for our young adults. Would you consider using
arranged marriage के लिए मैंने तिका मुसी ओ arranged marriage कौन नहीं कराना तेरे कौन है महाराज के लिए तेरे हमारी सी अक्सर द youth हुआ रासी arranged marriage के लिए दिखाई love marriage के लिए दिखाई मिकोसु कौन की ये दिखाई चेरी जीवदी तेरे कौन सा तेरे तुम रखाई फाइल में ऐसे तुम्हारी को love marriage के लिए दिखाई तुम्ही तुम partner एक सीला दिखाई you have to adjust on a certain point maybe no तुम्ही तेरे point of view तेरे बेकार है क्या बेटी है क्या सीना ना तुम्ही तेरे नगाड़ी पड़गा तो as a son ना तेरे घूमो तेरे कौन है कि तुम्ही सीना ना as a partner ना तुम्ही कौन है कि तुम्ही सीना ना तुम्ही love marriage के लिए तुम्ही तेरे लस चले so at the end of the day arranged marriage haldi है भी
youth time. So tenga time there ami. So tenga point.
Okay, sorry. Motan mili vata kare regri mili temi. Youth madri giri meldu atmi.
Okay. Going back to our young adults, this is only for young adults to answer. Would you consider using a community-based social app like Vilmo to connect with other Saurashtra people?
This is the last question, so let's
Last question.
At least one response.
So silence maintain, Guru, please. Quiet, please.
Any young adult out there? Just one response, and then we'll move on.
So just to correct, Delbil Mavi official gun, you can't go and select languages, and there is like, you can select languages with Saurashtra language, but obviously if you swipe right and if they are Saurashtra anyways and you guys like them, you're gonna get married. So Or else you guys, there are a lot of app developers here, will build us a Saurashtra dating app and that might work. Thank you.
The question away, Dil will like app, many idea. So how will it be received? If what a specific app develop, will there be usage? We don't want to spend some effort and then find that nobody wants to use it. So that is the question.
You can be honest. If you wouldn't, or if you would or wouldn't use it. Honestly, dating app doesn't really help. It doesn't help for a lot of people. Auntie was talking about arranged marriage, and she was saying that like you don't know the person before like you live with them. I feel like I'm speaking for the youth in terms of saying like I would at least rather know the person, like at least like getting to know them for like a couple years before like marrying them rather than an arranged marriage where like I'm meeting them through my parents. It's a little awkward that I'm just, because I feel like I would want to like meet them and then introduce them to my parents if I feel like it's serious enough. And I feel like that's what a lot of youth people think, and I just wanted to put that out. Any other young adults?
Yeah, my thing is pretty similar with the idea that if you had an app, you have to create a profile, and that profile isn't going to be a good representation of who you actually are. Most people are going to put something that you might try to like optimize it and try and say like your hobbies as things that will like be more likely to attract more people. Or you might try and be like really honest, but there's no real way for people to know who you actually are until you actually meet like in person. So I don't know if an app would be the best way. I think something more like in person would be better for figuring out whether you're compatible or not.
My response is not towards this question specifically about the social media app, but I think I want to answer to the main problem that I see most of our parents and families having, especially in that chart when there was the generation 0 and then the generation 1, 50% Saurashtrian, generation 2, 25% Saurashtrian. What does it mean to be Saurashtrian? Right? If I cook Amrit Bhat and I, make Takali Pongal, does that make me Saurashtrian? Do I speak Saurashtrian? If I speak Saurashtrian, am I Saurashtrian? I feel like most of what I'm trying to say is the fact that, like, even though, like, for example, most of our parents have a Saurashtra marriage, and even then, how many of us, the youths, talk to our grandparents in English, right? What does it really mean? It's already being kind of diluted, even if it's 100% Saurashtra, right? So I feel like the main question should be, how can we promote the Saurashtrian culture? It's already happening, right? People are going to be marrying people outside of the community just because there's more friction with a lot more people that are not Saurashtrian, right? Because we're spreading apart. So how can we preserve what we call Saurashtrian, our recipes, our cultures, our languages? How can we pass that down more efficiently to the next generation? That's my point. I don't believe that it's going to be 50% Saurashtrian, 25% Saurashtrian, because I don't think genetics is the only thing that defines us as Saurashtrian. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on and give the parents an opportunity to speak. And thank you to all the young adults who participated.
Thank you.
So at the younger adults, you heard all the views, all types of views, open discussion. Athavi, it's that open forum for everybody in this room to participate. So multiple points of view, I guess, to me. So Telaga County response that this is the time.
Your view, Ramesh.
But quick point, so now Kaya, Babu, what Kaushik. Sorry, Karthik. So, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ just on a point of view ಸಂಕರೇಮಿ me 1000 years of culture siasmana we have been very adaptable, we have been very resilient, so Telamari's culture has grown, right? So Tella Sathol, Tella adapted will still continue. So Tella continue Pothol, your culture irrespective of whatever happens, if you are able to maintain that, that may be a positive sign. So
Murnav Ramesh Vasudevan from Tampa, Florida. The pointers Sanganamani Hodarasi, one Jino back in 94, I have a company comes to India. There's a 2000 New Jersey Hadol, more friend Purdano just the India. When the website Aramichia that continued to become today what is called the Tamil matrimony or India matrimony. It's owned by my friend. Millions of people are subscribed to that online site. Temamu. Okay, it is based in India. They are shadi.com mani say. So he came up with that idea 25 years back in one of the apartment in New Jersey. So they marry Kerino in the hundreds and thousands of people, they got married, they are happily living, and they are, if that me think Facebook page or think web page they made even Guinness Book of Records.
Ramesh, so what is your point of view?
More point of view, next point of view, let me tell you. At the point of view, say for example, Tenduji me on LinkedIn post say, Hindu set the generation, Kikadunu Kona marriage color as menino. First thing say, I'm talking about back in 1800, 1900, starting more, their source of getting partner is through church meetings or temple meetings. Okay, Adatha Jina they started using friends get-togethers. They marry mamu or friends referrals at the office referrals. The mambura they found, and then the next one online came in. Okay, the mom they started finding. Adatha Jino. They are 95% of partners they are finding through social apps. That is I just want to mention you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
So because we have one to the Sangwai, Sangidino, then we'll have to move on because of the time crunch.
Oh, Murnav Gopi Parasarama. I think one Tapon Law, Sridhar and Gangadharan. I mean, culture preserve karata kuch career manaria. I think my opinion, humble opinion, we are trying to save our language. Tella tappu vasamnadi, I'll take it. But I think we are trying to save Saurashtra language. That's the point you're making. We have made migration for over 1,000+ years from various parts of the country now. Settled in Madurai, we are settling throughout the world. Now we have thousands of families in US. We are still trying to save the language, not the culture. Doesn't matter if you marry a Gujarati or Telugu or Keralite or whoever it is, Indian culture will be there. What is not going to be there is our language. Now, recently, I think my Morabeda Sri Ram Prasrama, we are doing some research. I think Saurashtra language, Vatagara can. India itself is less than 500,000 people. We are almost extinct. Question for the youth. Do you want to preserve that or not? That's your mother tongue. That will answer what you want to do. Tell my opinion. And my wife have a school, Rani Bhavi and Prachari, they are running Poltam and Rankarasi. They have to teach our language. I feel so heartbroken. Our pillana go school or what this Kandamanatavi. I think as parents, we have to do that for our kids. I think language is important. That is what is connecting us. Whether I'm Ambat Bahat Khare guy, Takali Pongal Khare guy, Korad is Saula Fulleri guy. That is not what is connecting us. The language. Feel your mother tongue is important to you, and if you want to preserve that, that's what is going to connect you all. So,
Me Avino Ganga Sangeya and expand. This is for all the youth. Okay? What we are trying to do here is definitely not arranged marriage. Okay? That's the first point we want to tell you, all of you youth. Okay? We want our kids to be happy. That is our number one goal. As any parent, we want our kids to be happy. right? The only point is, if you are going to meet your spouse through your friends, through your work, whatever it is, okay? We are going to give you an additional choice of meeting somebody, right? The other point is, because marriage is hard work, no matter what, right? Wherever you are meeting your partner, marriage is going to be hard. What we are doing is filtering some of the stuff. We are doing some work for you, right? So you are almost identical cultural background, right? It doesn't matter whether it's a Saurashtra or some other Indian, right? That filters out some of your differences, right? So your marriage life is easier to work with, okay? That's the only goal we are trying to do here, right? Forget Ambad Bhat, forget any of this stuff, right? We want you to be happy. That's our primary goal as every parent here, okay? So please take the misconceptions. And then the other point I want to make to the parents is, okay, you should take any of the differences. Please take whoever the partner they choose, accept them and bring them into our community, right? Rani is teaching adult classes. Ask her how many non-Saurashtras are there in the Saurashtra classes.
Yeah, adult class teach karata talam jukudano non-Saurashtra partner horat kellatano avi sikaras. Und American bla avi sikaria teno kai manata avariya manadi gobi bas sangamadri radu sangamari. Language is the very important thing. Culture halti ami avi kerariana, that is part, but language avara vatta kenna ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಡ್ಸೇತ ಇಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಪಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಬಿಗಿನೋ ಇಕ್ಕೆ ತಂಗ ಅವರ ವತ್ತ ಚೊಕ್ಕಟ್ ಕೆರತ ಕಳಾಯಿ ಹಾತುಕುವ ಇಕ್ಕೆ ತಂಗ ವತ್ತ ಕೆರತ ಕಳಾಯಿ
by show of hand ಇಕ್ಕೆ ತಂಗ either it's not brilliant
ಓಕೆ घुम्मा वाता करते हैं ना इवर कोडिगिन तेंग कम्युनिकेट करते बेसिक कन कम्युनिकेट करते कलारस्या तेलस मेरी मेहनत आवत तेल मारी इन फ्रंट ऑफ अंड मोट्टे ग्रुप वाता करना मेरी मेजर सारी नहीं तेंग पेरेंट्स सरा ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स अम्मा आया अंगेरम्बा सरा
Okay, thank you. Kalaya, language is important, understood. Yes, it is part of our presentation too. We didn't count out languages.
Language के फराट केले दिमला अभी language सिकडायस मनत और दमाम शेरता मुसाई में नहीं मेहनत आवरता तेला.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. All right. So at the end जुगे वाता के दिया at the end हमें because of the timing हमें conclude करना भरिया. Quick. Okay. 30 seconds.
Yeah. More our parents because a lot of times conversation avatal Selebra we work on many sangarasi. I just want all the parents to raise how many of you had arranged marriages. Can you please raise? And how many of you askidanga avi ikkadanga avi jarkemba and see marriage kereya? Okay. Yes. So illa mi kaach sangata avariya manadi ಅವರ ಪಿಲ್ಲಲ್ನ ಜೋಲ್ ವಾತ ಇರ್ತವಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮೇನ್ ಗಣ ಅವಿ ಕಾಯಿ ಸಂಗರಾಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಸಾರಿ ಬುರಾ ಅವಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರವಿಡಿಯನಿಸಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾದರಿ ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ದ ಯೂತ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗತ ಅವರಿಗೆ बिकॉज तिलक करना था मुदला की बरात जाड़ा रासी हाँ तुम्हें कौन आएगा एंड ऑल्सो अनदर थिंग इज पेरेंट्स मिली फिरी हाउडन के रुआ इट्स मेनली I think 15 years really until they go to the second year college only they think la mari on a wavering age avariya dusra outside community jariya so tilla time age remain gale area maybe it could change.
Divakar ji, I just want to add one only because you brought up astrology. So me I'm an astrologer, I'm not marketing here, but me kai manadi emanadi avra tana nikita my joker sangis me chuttu grise mo 20 pillalnu sata तेल नन्ना डेमोग्राफिक्स आता सो आम्ही जर्कमान आवी हिडी सैड होदनो फस्ट और कम्युनिटी क्रिटिकल मास आवळ्ळेंगो And if you have a choice, on the deep level say parents are two I have two choices. Maybe you can see astrology, okay? But I mean, our jadu first vattakenno. Great point. I totally agree with you. Our language, I mean, asking vattakenno. Our pillalnu ikkadano our jadu vattakeras. Maybe it's a, I don't know, fashionable thing, whatever it is. Our jadu first vattakerengo. Second, let's see our the choices. Devakara G Manamari. Our poolum first sayenga. Jarkema navi tertiary. Okay. Again, it's we're not saying it's useless. Right now, it's not. It's in our way. Okay. Tell us, Manaria.
Okay. Time, I think really delayed. So in the event, I think Chopper Library open and Matagara Jiko Chopper Library. So the event चला है चौकट लाए थे वो open discussion, honest discussion, lot of points अब से होंगे, but दिलावे वता हरमन कर रहे हैं मुझे नहीं मिलना कौन அடுத்து காய் करता मैंने था अभी collective and decide के वता करना, so lot of points अब से.
So challenges when you do on the slide and the points data to me. अभी again force कर रहे हैं ना. To be able to pull why we our parents are letting you guys say okay 1 year pull 2 year pull to be kai baharadum kendamel lavarasi who you are allowed to do it. Nobody is restricting you. Our mare arranged marriage so and so meet kervo enga sangadi so harat kelna horoscope. No, we are not doing all that. I just want to emphasize that challenges many Andrea. I think it is our responsibility to respond to. Right? Okay.
Thank you, Kausalya Bhavi. So then I know correct Sangha. I see nobody is pushing you, and the Kongi then Sangha Divakar Sangha Madri. Then I know look inside the community first. Ochal Sabai. Okay. Tell her one the point. Our Siyata. The language is what is important. We are trying to preserve. Ochal the I know you need to be happy. And tell us I know then I know Raguda Sangha. So I let him know our Siyata.
I think Chopper summarize keras Gangaji, but I mean, undal check ke tikin sangwe.
10 seconds. Hello, again, quick point. Parents, particularly, not for the youths. You know, this in Pilanmanias, we feel a lot of pressure, Minti. You know, Kausalya, Manyasi and Manyasi, we are, parents are not pushing you to for arranged marriage or horoscope matching, all that. I know personally, some parents do that. It's a request to the parents, you be open. Turumi open kanal to Pilanu unda sangya ikuno millagan. This is 21st century, we are already quarter part of that. Think, be open. Ella request mundra parents thoriya, very, very important. Don't expect from your kids. You show the way.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it. Just a raffle. 1 minute.
Everyone who received a raffle ticket, please stay. We're going to draw the raffle now. But real quick, before we draw the raffle, for all the young adults, there's going to be an informal meetup between 3:30 to 4 for Boga. So check the WhatsApp group and all the details are in there. Okay. Okay, drum roll please.
Ticket number 081480. Who's that?
Nice.